Welcome to Green Thumb Garden Center, Green Side Up. I'm Bill Saunderson, and we're here in Ladysmith on a brand new construction job. We will have a lot to do on this job site because there's absolutely nothing here from beginning to end. So this is a job that we can really get our teeth sunk in. Let's go and see what the homeowner has to say.
Well, we are newly arrived on the island from the mainland, and we're faced with a house here that has absolutely nothing but construction mess and dirt and old weeds. And of course we need to have some sort of a pathway from the front to the back. And a problem that we have is the grade in the backyard is a little odd, and so we'll have to do some work to that to sort of straighten that out a bit and be able to enjoy them and have them done before the winter rains come and we're spending the winter in a sea of mud.
As with any new yard, any new landscape, especially on a newly constructed house, there is no landscaping. So of course we've got an open canvas to work with. This is going to make a huge difference in the end results because there was nothing there before. Had a bit of the old construction debris out in order to get the soil in. We've also put in a few accent rocks, which will look really good when we put some plant material around it. On the side of the yard here, we're going to be putting some crushed gravel, and that will enable us to make a pathway through to the back and then into the backyard. So the whole thing's going to flow just beautifully. So what we're going to be doing in the backyard, we've actually had to regrade it quite considerably. The grade beforehand was pretty bad. It wasn't really that manageable. There wasn't really good flow to it. So we've actually done a lot of regrading. We're going to replace that with a lot of good composted soil. This job actually requires about 120 yards, which is fairly common for new construction landscaping. And that's, by the way, as I've said many times before, the most singular important part of landscaping is the preparation. We're going to be doing some raised vegetable gardens against the house. Customers would like to be able to pick a few fresh vegetables. We're also going to be doing some lots of raised beds around the perimeter. Eventually there'll be fencing all this, and of course there'll be some nice pathways going through the rockery. There's going to be about at least 10 to 12 good-sized rocks that we're going to use as accents through the bank, and that will then be accented with some nice, beautiful, up-and-coming fresh plant material, and that's going to make it look great. You'll get some of these flowering in February, March. So you get some really early flowers, right? And of course you've got your winter heather that will be flowering at the time as well.
It would be really pretty with some of the other plants you had chosen. And we don't want everything growing up really high. I like to have things a little bit spread out.
What we're looking for is a garden that will be easy care, easy maintenance, a minimum of grass. And we'd like to have lots of plants, evergreen, lots of different colors and scents, and some movement in the garden. The other thing we're looking for as well is a little bit of additional parking out the front for extra cars or whatever.
On the side, of course, we've got to do a little bit of extra parking, some gravel, and then we're going to do some pathways up to the backyard where it'll flow together all in one motion. You know, when you're starting a job like this that's had no landscaping at all, in other words, a new construction job where the house has just been built, it's a lot more fun sometimes because you can be a lot more creative when you're doing it from scratch. You've got an open canvas to work with, the customer has his wants and needs, and I think that all comes together in a combination working together on the job. I'm looking forward to seeing the end of this landscaping, and I think it's going to turn out great. So for Green Thumb Garden Center, Green Side Up, I'm Bill Saunderson. See you next time with the end result.
Green Thumb Garden Center, Green Side Up. brought to you in part by McNutt Enterprises, quality lawn and garden soils, mulches, and aggregates. Big or small, we deliver them all.